Dear mothers, dear Finnish friends, I'm so touched that so many of you are here today, and that so many of blue and yellow colors are here. Thank you. Today is the 17th day of something that was beyond any imagination. A full-scale war in the middle of Europe. And this war is as cruel and as brutal as it can get. It is beyond any human limits and really beyond any imagination. It started with the military infrastructure, but in 2 or 3 days, as it was planned by the Russian leadership, Ukrainians did not surrender, and it made aggressors furious. So more than 2 weeks now, civilian residences and institutions with no exceptions, hospitals, universities, kindergartens, maternity houses are bombed and shelled. 74 children were killed and more than 100 have been wounded. And this number, unfortunately, is not precise. 280 educational institutions were bombed, and 9 of them are destroyed, fully destroyed. There are hundreds, already thousands of civilian casualties, and millions of people had to flee Ukraine and became internally displaced persons. And we don't lose our hope to address Russian mothers. From the interception of communications of Russian military with their mothers back in Russia, we hear something that cannot leave anyone indifferent. They explain how many of them were fooled, saying that they're just going for some military training, or they will be met with flowers and welcomed. And they say about horrible things that they have done. How, especially one interception of one talk struck me really till with all my heart. And the guy, he was in his 20s. He was telling his mother how they were in a tank hitting civilian residences, and how they killed a small boy, I think 7 or 8 years old. And he was crying, because I think many of the Russian military have understood that blood is on their hands and mortal sins are on their souls. And Ukrainians are people with big heart, so we feel very sorry for these guys. My president keeps addressing Russian mothers also in their own language, in Russian. So they do not let their sons to go to war, because Russian army has many losses. More than 12,000 of Russian military have already been killed. But we are defending our land. We never wanted harm to anyone. Since Russian aggression and the very beginning of the war in 2014, we were yearning for peace. We were addressing the Russian leadership, proposing negotiations at any levels, presidential, ministerial, other ones, and any formats, but we were not heard. All of us, the whole world is asking, why is this happening? What is this war for? This horrifying, inconceivable war. And we cannot find answers. But one obvious thing is a desire to destroy Ukrainian nation. We are suffering, I think, just for being what we are, who wanted to be a sovereign, free state, for having a right to decide for ourselves and nothing more. Many of the people all around the world have been to Ukraine and know us as very kind-hearted, hospitable people. We were a friendly country for tourists, attractive and profitable place for foreign investments and for many foreign businesses. Also host for many foreign students to have their education. And now all of it they try to destroy. But they will not succeed. Because with all the support we have from the world, we understand that good prevails in this world, and the good will win over evil. For Ukrainians, it's a truly people's war. I can speak for my embassy, where our relatives who are back in Ukraine. Some under siege, unfortunately, in some towns that were besieged by the Russian military. Women and children are in the basements. And all the men are either in the armed forces of Ukraine or joint territorial defense. And there is a striking figure that 280,000 Ukrainians from all over the world, including Finland, returned to Ukraine to defend our motherland. So it's truly people's war. And we will win. Please continue to support us. I admire Finnish people for their bravery when they were speaking up when Ukraine needed help, and courageous decisions with the help of Finnish people were taken by the Finnish parliament. Right here. There are, I don't want to name the number, but Finnish donations are pouring into Ukraine. And please continue with your donations. Please continue with humanitarian help. Because many people are in need of food and water. And one child died of dehydration because Russian militaries were not letting the humanitarian convoy in. In Mariupol, 3,000 newborn babies are in need of food. But our spirit is victorious spirit, because Ukraine is a place of light, just like the overwhelming majority of the world. So with your help, we will win. Continue to struggle with us, and we will save lives. We will save Ukraine. We will save Finland. We will save Europe and all the good in the world. Thank you very much.